48. Before we get over to meteorologist Zach Verdella with an update on this forecasted winter weather we're going to get, we actually have Tangipahoa Parish President Robby Miller on the phone right now. Parish President Miller, good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for letting us talk to our citizens and let everybody know what's going on.
So let's talk about how the parish has been preparing for this winter weather. Zach just said between 4 and 6 inches of snow are forecasted for your parish. How are crews preparing roads and trees in this area?
Right. Well, right now, we've over the last couple of days we're pulling our salt out, getting more salt, getting our trucks, making sure they're all good to go because we do have 4 salt trucks. They'll begin running the routes for roads, bridges, and overpasses beginning at about midnight tonight, which will finish about 6 a.m. around the same time that they expect the snow to begin for us. And of course, that'll be adjusted if the reports change.
Okay, but I got to tell you, you're the first official that tells us exactly what time you're actually starting this operation. Can you tell us what is the conversation with first responders right now? How are you preparing them to answer any calls that we get while we're in lockdown mode?
Well, of course, they're going to have to respond best they can, and we're asking our citizens to make sure they don't create any first responder calls by being on the road, driving around sightseeing or anything like that. Only, and preferably there's, I don't know what the emergency would have to be for someone to think they need to get on the road, but please limit your access to driving because that's the most concerning that we have, folks being on the road when they really shouldn't. But our first responders obviously have to be careful, and that's why we're making sure that we get the roads salted so that in the event that we have to roll fire trucks or ambulances, that the roads are as safe as they can be for them to be out.
Mr. Miller, I heard you say you guys are going to start preparing the roadways, or your crews are going to start preparing the roadways this evening and well into the early morning hours tomorrow to treat the snow and ice that's coming that way. Have there been any discussions at this point about curfews being enacted in the parish? And if so, when would that be something that people could start to see?
Well, we have not. If we were to do that, we would work in conjunction with the sheriff and the other, the municipal law enforcement to see if they would like to do that. At this point, we believe that just making sure that our citizens understand how important it is to stay off the road is sufficient.
So we have to ask you, obviously, this is a first for so many people here in South Louisiana. Have you guys reached out to any neighbors that have dealt with this before to be able to prep for what this historic event is about to be?
Well, I think that maybe not specifically this at this point, but whenever we go to our national conferences, obviously we're dealing with, we get to interact with folks from all over the country with various weather events, and we talk to them about water and flooding, and they talk to us about snow. So, maybe not specifically about this, but we have had conversations about how you deal with it. And our public works guys, as much as you can prepare, I think we're as prepared as we can be.
All right. Tangipahoa Parish President Robby Miller, we appreciate your time. We'll check back in with him throughout the morning as everyone's preparing for this weather, Zach Verdella, that we haven't seen in this region since you said the 1890s.
Yes.